Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, Lithium here from my channel Nintendo Collecting. I had one of the biggest moments of my life, one of the best days of my life, that's right, I got married. So now in all of my videos you're going to be seeing me wear this ring, obviously as a token of my love for my now wife. It's very weird calling her that after quite a long time of being engaged, and even more years of being together, but that's incredible. I am so happy we had a remarkably good day. I thought this Question Lithium episode should be focused on her and my relationship, and also our relationship in terms of video games. So let's get to it, and let's press start. Our first question is from Twitter, at Jon Russell 91. How did you guys meet, and how long did you date before you got engaged? My wife and I met way back when in grade 9 in high school. We don't remember the moment, we don't remember the day, we don't remember what we were doing, but we knew we took quite a few classes together, but we were also involved in quite a few sports. We were both on the badminton team, so I'm sure we started communicating back then. We actually didn't start dating until just after grade 12, and then we dated for 8 years before we got married. I proposed to her about 2 years ago, so we had roughly a 2-year engagement. For anyone looking to get engaged, I would say 1.5 years is probably perfect to make sure you get what you want so that you're not too stressed for your wedding day. 2 years felt a little long, but our wedding day was absolutely amazing. So we've been together for 8 years, and we met way back when in grade 9. Our next question is from Alex Case. If you are lithium, is your wife beryllium or helium? Obviously elements on the periodic table. Yes, I do call myself lithium, but no, I don't call my wife beryllium or hydrogen or helium or any of those kind of names, but we do usually call her Ivory. Where does Ivory come from? One day she just kind of spat it out, hey, why don't I just call myself Ivory if I'm ever in your videos, and we kind of stuck to it. So her name is actually Ivory, if I've ever used that before. We've never really used her real name previously. Next up is a question from Twitter, and I'll do my best with pronunciation. Daichi Kono. Congratulations Lithium017. What was the first video game did you and your fiancé, now wife, play together? Do you still play that game together? The first video game I think my wife and I ever played together, probably over 8 years ago, wow that's so long ago, was Mario Kart Double Dash. This is for the Nintendo GameCube. We played this one, the controller made a lot of sense to her, she got it. She grew up playing Pokemon on the Game Boy, and obviously the Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance and things like that. But the Nintendo GameCube controller, she actually really understood, so she loved Double Dash, and I love Mario Kart. The multiplayer in this game is outstanding. We love almost all of the tracks. There's a Yoshi circuit or a Yoshi course, and our favorite Nintendo character is Yoshi. And we love the battle mode on this. We also love Baby Park. We get pretty competitive whenever we play this. We still play this to this day. Might be our personal favorite Mario Kart, but Mario Kart 8 is definitely giving that a run for its money. Other video games that we love playing together is definitely Donkey Kong. The Donkey Kong trilogy on the Super Nintendo we're definitely into. She had these on one of her Game Boys back when, and it's slightly a different game, but she really knows a lot of the secrets still, and it's absolutely fantastic. That being said, we also play Donkey Kong Country Returns, as well as Tropical Freeze on the Wii U. Those games are still amazing, they're really, really fun. To go along with that 2D platforming genre, we love the game Kirby's Epic Yarn just because it's actually really cute, it's really clever, and I love how they use the yarn in that game. So Yoshi's Woolly World that's going to come out, that's definitely going to be played a lot in our household. New Super Mario Bros. Wii and Wii U, we play a lot of that one as well. It's great with 4-player, it's also just as good with 2 people. And the newer one, Super Mario 3D World, we play as well. We have a tremendous amount of fun with most of the Nintendo major franchises. Another one that we usually pull out that's great with friends, and these are more party games, Mario Party. We tend to play the N64 version quite a bit. We had our moments with GameCube. Now we're playing a lot on the Wii or the N64, depending on what group of friends we're hanging out with. We also love playing Wii Sports Resort. We play a lot of Frisbee Dog, and that's definitely one of the games that my wife, wow that's hard to say now, just gotta get used to it. It's one of the games that my wife and I really enjoy playing, but she's definitely better than me at that game. Another game we love to play is Nintendo Land. Mario Chase Me is one of our favorites, as well as the Luigi's Mansion game, this little game in that one where you're the ghost going around, and the Animal Crossing Sweet Days game. I am definitely better at the Mario Chase Me. Don't really know why, I'm just really good at that one. She's really, really good at the ghost game, especially when she's the ghost. These are all games that we still play to this day together. I do see us playing games for the rest of our lives, and I'm so lucky to marry a woman that shares this interest with me. Thank you so much for your question.
Another question from Facebook from Phillip Wright. When are you moving out into your own place with your wife?
I know I've mentioned this in another video, but I will mention it again. We are actually moving in with our parents for the time being. Right now it is late June. It's actually July tomorrow. Happy Canada Day tomorrow for all you Canadians out there. We are planning on hoping to move out sometime around this Christmas season. Really, that's just because we can work for another 4 or 5 months, gain some more money, and really start planning to try and see where we would like to move out into. And we're looking for at least a townhouse. That's our goal. We're not really interested in moving out into a condo. If we can get at least a townhouse with some sort of a finished basement, and if the basement's not finished, I will have it finished so that I can bring this Nintendo room with me, and she's all for it. She's not really a basement dweller like I am. She said, hey, the basement's all yours. Do whatever you want to it, including bringing over your Nintendo collection. That's one of the reasons why I love my woman. I love you, Ivory. Thank you so much for being supportive of all of my hobbies. And thank you for your question.
Another question from Facebook from Cathy Kieth. Do you guys plan on having kids?
Do we ever plan on having kids? Absolutely, we want to have kids. Right now, we are in our mid to late 20s. We're probably going to wait a few more years, really enjoy married life before we decide to start our full family. And I really think that's our plan with our lives. But really, you can't plan your life. Things might happen. You never know what could happen. If we're not able to have our own kids, we might adopt. We do love coaching. We love giving back to the community. So in a way, it kind of feels like we're giving back already, which is really interesting. Thank you for your question.
Our last question is from Twitter, and it is from Ike Ben Anthe. Why hasn't your fiancé hit you with something yet because you're spending so much money on collecting stuff?
My wife is actually very supportive of this hobby, but especially because I am self-sufficient with this hobby in terms of finances. Everything that I make from this collection, I usually put back into it. That includes YouTube videos, buying it a lot, and selling off what I don't need. But essentially, I really recommend everyone find someone in your life that supports your hobbies and your interests and really just compliments you as a person. Thanks so much, Ivory. I love you.
Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Question Lithium, and thank you so much for all your congratulations to my wife and I. We really appreciate it. It is true, now I am a husband, but I do actually plan on increasing the amount of videos that I am posting every week now that I am finally married and all that stress is over with, and it was such a great day. Our wedding was not Nintendo themed, however, I did give my groomsmen some awesome wedding party favor gifts that included some Nintendo related items like a Nintendo flask. So check out that video in the top right hand corner now. Feel free to fill that like bucket, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and remember, as always, go collect 'em all.